Alright guys, let's talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. As I'm holding a Luke Skywalker lightsaber, but you guys get the idea. So welcome back to the SUPES channel. From the title of this video, you guys already know we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, get out of here! We're going to be talking major spoilers and deep diving into everything that happened in this episode. So if you haven't watched the episode, go watch it and come back to this video later. Now, also make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification on this channel for more videos like this, because I'm noticing that a lot of you guys are watching these videos but aren't subscribed. Just do it! So Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3 was that episode. This right here is the Obi-Wan Kenobi show I have been waiting for. So this episode picked up where the last one left off. We see Obi-Wan and Leia have escaped on this ship, and here we see Obi-Wan tapping into the Force, and we hear some pretty iconic voices from Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, Anakin. They're basically just recapping some of the most iconic moments, and they're putting that at the forefront of Obi-Wan's mind and letting us know that he hasn't forgotten about everything that's went down, and all of these moments are still haunting him, and he's just very traumatized. Guys, this episode gave me exactly what I wanted. I was really scared that they were gonna save this Vader montage and this Vader reveal for the end of the episode, but nah. This episode gave me exactly what I wanted, which was a lot of Vader. He made his presence very felt, and we saw him in multiple scenes. And this episode reminded us why Darth Vader is one of the most badass villains in the history of fiction. Now, before we talk about the biggest moment in the episode, I want to talk about a quick name drop from Obi-Wan in the middle of the episode that refers to a Jedi that we saw in Star Wars The Clone Wars and in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. So when Obi-Wan is in the room with Leia and the other woman, and it's kind of like a Jedi escape tunnel, he mentions the name Quinlan, and that is a reference to the character Quinlan Vos, who Obi-Wan worked with in Star Wars The Clone Wars in a particular episode where they both went after Cad Bane. Now, this is massive because we've never really seen him like in any scenes in live action, and this is an awesome callback to Obi-Wan's time with Quinlan, where we got to see that happen in the Clone Wars. Who knows? Maybe we could see a live action version of Quinlan Vos help Obi-Wan in this show. Now the time has come. Let's talk about Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. So guys, I predicted that we would see Vader in this episode, but I did not predict that we were gonna see that rematch. And as soon as the episode continued to progress and we see Obi-Wan sees Vader for the first time, and then they come face to face for the first time, and then they're both igniting lightsabers, it was just like, this is what dreams are made of. Shout out Lizzie McGuire. Now the fight itself was awesome. I mean, it went down exactly as I predicted. Obi-Wan is rusty. This is probably his first time igniting a lightsaber ever since the end of Revenge of the Sith. And of course, Vader's at the height of his powers. Obi-Wan is in the trenches, rusty. So it went down exactly as I expected. Vader whooped Obi-Wan's butt. And the fact that Vader tried to burn Obi-Wan the way he was burning at the end of Revenge of the Sith on Mustafar, that is the most Vader thing I've ever seen, and it was so badass. Now, I've been seeing some people critique this fight, saying that, you know, it didn't live up to the hype, that Vader was uncharacteristic because he wasn't as aggressive. I thought Vader was pretty damn aggressive. I mean, as soon as he walked into this village, he was snapping children's necks. And then when he came face to face with Obi-Wan, he was playing with his food. Of course, he wasn't going for the kill. He could have killed Obi-Wan on the spot if he wanted to. But I think Vader has a special hatred in his heart for Obi-Wan. Again, we saw Vader enter the village and he killed people like if they were freaking toothpicks. But because he hates Obi-Wan so much, he doesn't want to kill Obi-Wan. He wants to make Obi-Wan suffer. And I did find it a little bit weird the way Obi-Wan got away with a woman like shooting the barrel and like a fire starting. Vader could have jumped over the fire. He could have put out the fire. He could have walked through the fire because he's practically half a robot. I thought the way Obi-Wan got away was a little bit cheesy, but hey, I mean, whatever needs to happen in order for us to see them fight again. My favorite line of the episode is when Obi-Wan is looking at Vader with eyes of fear, and he asks Vader, "What have you become?" And then Vader responds with a freaking badass line and says, "I am what you made me." That right there is dagger to the heart for Obi-Wan, because, you know, he never thought he would see Anakin again after Revenge of the Sith. Now he's looking completely different, and he looks nothing, or is nothing, like the boy he raised and the boy he trained to be a Jedi Knight. I also forgot to mention that we got to see freaking Anakin, Hayden Christensen, our first look at the return of Hayden Christensen early in this episode, because Obi-Wan is being haunted by the ghost of Anakin Skywalker. And guys, this has been one of my, I guess, favorite parts of the show, is the fact that Obi-Wan, we're seeing Obi-Wan suffer with PTSD. We're seeing Obi-Wan have nightmares of the events that happened in the prequel trilogy. And I love that so much because it makes a lot of sense for Obi-Wan at this point in time and where he is in his journey. And now that he's coming face to face with Vader again and he's kind of having to confront the sins of his past, it's one of the most emotionally invested storylines you can be invested into as a Star Wars fan. Now guys, on last night's watch party, if you were there, we were going crazy and we were freaking seeing red with everything that was going on our screen. But my one critique, where's the damn Star Wars music? This is Obi-Wan versus Vader. The Star Wars music is a part of what makes Star Wars so iconic. So I really hope we get to hear some of the most iconic themes in the show, from Vader's theme to the Duel of the Fates to the Force theme. Give us some Star Wars music in these episodes, please. If we're gonna go back to where we grew up, which was the prequel trilogy, bring back some of the music from that prequel trilogy and integrate it into the show. Come on now. That's my only nitpick and that's my only, wish I want to see moving forward. On top of the fact that we gotta get a Qui-Gon cameo at some point. I mean, how many times is Obi-Wan gonna reach out to Qui-Gon? I actually think next episode is a perfect time for Qui-Gon to reach back out and help Obi-Wan now that he's gonna be at his lowest, having gotten cooked by Vader. Now he's gonna need someone to lift him up, and I think that man is Qui-Gon Jinn. So let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3? I wanna know all about it in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and hit that bell notification on my channel for future videos. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.